Hey everybody, and we've got more rando action from the 2021 Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament coming at you today. We got a big one today, a hype one between Gammachuu and In the Name of DT. My name is Airshap. Today I'm joined by Captain 1977. Captain, how's it going?
You know, I'm doing pretty well. And I hope these runners have a good race today. And these are some of the best runners I've seen. So this should be a very good match. I hope to see both runners do well. And yeah, let's have a really good match today.
Yeah, I'm really excited when I saw this pop up on the schedule. I've been watching Gamma for a long time, and DT's a longtime member of the community as well, so I'm excited to see it. Yeah, very, very good runners. Drossi pointed out in chat before we got started that Gamma is the only person left in this entire tournament who hasn't lost yet. So, look, I don't want to jinx it, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, DT did very well in the qualifiers as well. Just got unlucky in the group stages, and but was able to move on here. So Gammachuu's number 2 overall seed. So I mean that should say something. And DT did come through the losers bracket through the group stages, but he was able to sweep his win into the brackets here. So we should be a very, very well matched race, I believe. Still.
Yep. Yeah, we're certainly set up for one. I'm sure we'll be getting going in just a second. Hey, there we go.
Literally a second. Yep. All right.
Yep. All right, there goes our uncle. Off to save the day. Just 20 bucks in a chest, and away we go. This is standard, as most of you in chat know at this point. Quick map check. Looks like that was a green pendant Eastern, blue pendant Desert, and Crystal Hera.
That's what it looked like to me. So what do you like to see on the uncle here? What kind of weapon do you like?
Man, we've seen just about everything at this point. There's been so many matches. I don't know. Something nice. Sword. Fire rod's good too.
How about a fire rod?
Yeah, that's pretty good too. Condolences to Ack in the chat. Yep, Fire Rod. Fire Rod, a nice start. Super duper strong. Gotta be a little careful about your magic, but, it's pretty good. Just, isn't the best for farming bombs necessarily, which is sort of the metagame in these next 6 minutes or so. But it's strong. So, yeah, in we go here. The name of the game is figuring out what the prize pack is on these guards. So you don't want to spend too much magic if possible, but you might see our runners tossing some pots at them to try to get a sense of whether or not bombs are going to be available.
Shovel.
Not exactly the most exciting thing to find at this point, but it's not bad. It's pretty easy to check that dig spot right after Kakariko. So if you're gonna find it, this is a decent time to find it.
Yeah, I could dig it.
Nice. Alright, we do have magic drops on those guards, so we're not going to be seeing bombs. Not from them anyway, but we still have some chests left, and...
But magic is very helpful.
Yeah, I'd say so. It'll definitely...
As long as you can keep that magic meter filled, you should be fine.
Yeah, totally.
So, no bombs from the guards, but we could see the Rabs drop something else.
Yep, so guards and snakes or ropes or whatever you want to call them share the same prize pack, and then rats in the back are in a different one, so still a chance. All right. I think someone in chat was asking about the rule set. Captain, do you want to give that a rundown?
We have a standard 7/7 hard item pool, which means you get 14 hearts maximum, no metal upgrades, no silvers, and tempered sword will be your maximum sword. And also your shield, you can only get up to fire shield.
Yep. No mirror shield memes today, unfortunately, but someday in a league or tournament down the road, I hope we'll see our friend the mirror shield again. It's not here. Well, we are neck and neck, as you tend to be with that fire rod, since there's not a whole lot of finesse to pointing at a guard and pressing a button. Looks like DT has about half a second lead going into the back here. Insurmountable, I would say, but we'll see.
Was for that red shot. Did not get me, unfortunately.
Yep.
Weird. Third cross. Oh, had to be the key. Okay.
Yeah. Coming up the next room here, you're going to have a big, nasty rat gang up in the corner that it's easy to shoot a fire rod shot into. Looks like that was the low-value variety pack. I think there's a bomb in there.
There is one bomb in there, but it's really late in the pack.
Yeah, it's late in the pack, and yeah, like we were saying, you gotta be careful about magic. With some luck, though, we might see a bomb.
Yeah, lots of rats here in this room coming up, so we'll see.
Yep, looks like my apartment. No bomb. No bomb there on Gammachoo's side.
Ooh. One last chance for DT, and he gets it.
Oh, wow. All right, well, depending on what we find here, this could be pretty significant. Really lucky for DT there. Got a map. We have some bombs, of course, and the moon pearl.
Ooh, that could be big. You know, if you don't find a glove early enough, that could be pretty big.
Yeah. Glove is the main thing you don't want to see back there, of course. So if Gammachuu finds a glove, we'll be able to easily head back and pick up that moon pearl.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a big deal, but it'll just be a little bit of time that DT was able to save, and with how close their last race was, less than just a few minutes in the end, precious seconds count.
Absolutely, and we did pick up the 300 rupees there in the sanctuary chest, so that's going to help with Kakariko as we make our way into this lost woods. We find at the mushroom spot we have a heart piece.
Yep, Gamma did not check Lumberjack. DT is heading north, on the other hand. This is the opposite of what I would have expected, given that DT found bombs in the back of Escape and Gamma did not. Oftentimes you see someone head north here for an extra tree pole and bush crab when you're still looking for bombs or money. But Gamma... Ooh.
Oh, that was a red cane.
All right. So Gamma's taking the south route to Kakariko to farm some bombs on these 50-50 bushes here. No luck the first time through. Yeah, red cane on Aghanim means we might have a required Aga.
Oh, there's that hammer at the dig spot. Shovel pay it off right away.
Yeah, it's a nice pickup. Guessing DT will find that after Kakariko.
Yeah, Jack bringing up a good point with 2 pending dungeons and the light world. We are guaranteed going to need that red cane of Aga.
Oh yeah,
Lumberjack.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, we will be seeing Aga at some point. So if you thought Escape was interesting and fun, wait till you see Aga Tower.
Oh boy, can't wait. Entering Kakariko at the same time from different directions here. DT gonna check the. We got the mushroom and a Harkitator. Mirror and a heartbeat. So, Mirror's good to find early.
Yeah, we're just getting our fetch quests out of the way right up front here. Yeah, Mirror's always nice to find early. If we have early Dark World access, maybe we can route in some overworld checks together using that mirror, which would be nice. And just in general, it makes routing dungeons a bit easier. Dungeons like Pod that are non-linear, that sort of thing.
And, well, we got a blue boomerang. 20 rupees, piece of heart at the bottom vendor. There's the glove.
Yeah, so Gamma will be able to head back and pick up that Moon Pearl whenever he pleases.
So, Aga required with early Dark World access. Great.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it'll be interesting when they choose to go do it. Obviously, you need a way in, which we don't have just yet. And then even after we do it, we need to find the boots so we can bonk into that tree and pick up Canis Maria. So could be a bit before we see Aga. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if DT just straight up goes into the Dark World here. Gamma can't without that Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Gammachoo's gonna save it. Yep, save a credit, head right to the back of his game, see what he missed.
Yeah, looks like you're right. As DT heads south, and will hopefully wrap up by using that shovel to pick up his hammer. Yeah, chat pointing out that DT was the only one to actually check Lumberjack. So I'm sure Gamma will have plenty of opportunities to go check it, whether we're walking up the mountain is a good time to check Lumberjack, or with this early Dark World access, maybe an early Skullwoods dip is possible. You can just mirror over while you're doing that. Yeah, with this Dark World access and mirror, the seat is pretty wide open right now, and could see some early mirror use.
And both of us looks like they are deciding to skip the South Shore for now. We get our pendant luck. We have pendant at Pod, and 6 pesos at Ice and Swamp.
Yeah, the dreaded pendant pod.
Okay, we got an Ether Medallion. And not much else.
Nope. Good chance we'll need that with 2 pendant dungeons on the menu today. But TBD. So Gammachuu did Hype Cave and then is going to walk down here and mirror and do Mini Moldarm, I imagine. DT, on the other hand, went left, grabbed Stumpy, K45 in the dig game.
DT forgetting he has the mirror, or he's going to come back for it later. And those mini bolt arms are not being nice to Gammachuu, unfortunately. You have to save a quid out of that.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, you feel so good about comboing in Hype Cave and Mini Moldorm and saving some time, and then, well, Mini Moldorms with Hammer are pretty tough. So, not going to be deterred, is just going to walk right back. DT dug up the bug net, chose not to grab it.
Take two.
Oh, Gamma. Alright, he's going to be able to use bombs here.
How?
Yeah, I don't know.
There we go. We did it. Okay, we got a shield. There's a bow.
A sword. And
sword
the boots.
And, ooh, that was a good mini Moldorm cave.
Yeah, Hype Cave was pretty unhype, but Mini Moldorm definitely paying off. DT is heading back in that direction. I hope continues on after checking the dam here. So we figured we'd find those boots early-ish with something being on Lumberjack. Still need a lamp and another sword of the cape to fully put Aga in logic, but with it being the red cane on Lumberjack, you don't need to rush it necessarily. So interested to see when that happens.
Where does Gammachuu go from here? He's gonna...
Yeah, Gammachoo's just going to clear out these checks that DT did as well. What I'll be curious to see is with that early bow, we have both a pendant Eastern and pendant pod. So I'm looking at that bow and thinking, like, does that mean I'm supposed to head over in that direction? Or can I skip that entirely?
Yeah, that's a tough call. Usually pod is pretty stacked with items, but you really don't want to go into it as a pendant. So it's kind of up in the air at this point.
Yeah, we do have Village of Outcasts in play. Thieves Town we can full clear with that hammer. Now that we have a sword over on Gamma's side and soon DT's side, we'll be able to do Skullwoods as well. So we might not see the Pod Eastern play for a little bit, given that those are our crystals. Yeah, we have a couple boot checks as well. That with that mirror and those boots, we could check King's Tomb along with Bonk Rocks. Looks like DT's gonna head over and check out Ice Rod Cave. And Gamma, meanwhile, is heading north, so Gamma's gonna prioritize those two crystal dungeons that are in play. Blue Cane and Ice Rod Cave.
Blue Cave from a blue cave, and he's setting up the water walk there. He's gonna do some fake proliferate action.
Yeah, you got the money. Why not? I see one reason you might put this off is, with the mirror and our Dark World access, you can get up to Catfish. So you could just route in your Zord checks along with Catfish, but by taking the portal here, you're sort of isolating Catfish.
Ooh, there's the hook shot at half magic and waterfall for me, though.
Yeah, we need the hook shot since Swamp is a crystal today. But that's a really good find. That's out of logic without those flippers.
You mean the flippers aren't in Swamp Palace? Oh man.
Alright, Gamma pulling the powder there in Village of Outcasts. So we're finding some nice safeties. DT got the blue cane, which in the hard standard pool you might make use of when you have a low heart count. And powder, obviously, you can use to produce some fairies. So nice safeties all around, especially when we're still at 5 hearts.
So DT is going to take that hook shot and head straight up the mountain.
Yeah, or it might just be bonk rocks into the Kakariko portal as well. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, there's just such a bullseye over in this area right now with the 2 crystal dungeons completable. So I think this makes a lot of sense. DT just took a little bit of extra time to check Ice Rod Cave and Zora, whereas Gammachuu came right over here. So I don't think leads exist this early in the game, but even though Gamma is a little bit ahead and Thieves down here, DT does have that early hook shot that's in kind of an awkward spot. So DT has might have a little bit of an advantage at this point. I haven't seen anything of note in Thieves Town just yet. We don't have a small key. Not that it matters. We do have the hammer, so we'll be able to check the big chest if we need to.
Thieves Town is one of those dungeons that are deceptively hard on green mail because a lot of the enemies in here do 2 hearts of damage. When you have 5 hearts, that's almost half your life. And if you get hit a couple times, you're just dead. So
yeah. Luckily we have those boots and a sword, so rooms like the grasshopper, cricket rooms, or whatever you want to call them, you can just dash right through pretty easy. But yeah, it's true. Enemies in this dungeon can hit pretty hard.
Yeah, quick look at the surprises. Small magic.
Yep. DT did take the time to check Magic Bat. It's nothing.
And just because we found that hammer when we did, we don't need it here at Thieves Town.
Yeah. Usually how it goes with this game. DT took a death there. I didn't see how.
Yeah, I think he got bullied by some of the foes out front of Thieves Town.
Oof. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Without the flute, we gotta run all the way back to Kakariko for that portal.
And just a brilliant odd script fight there from Gammachuu, and not much in Thieves Town, but he gets his crystal.
Yep. Yeah, definitely one of the safer bosses to do if you can stay on script. So 5 hearts there. I guess we're up to 6 now. It's no problem for Gammachuu, who is very good at this game.
So I've heard.
Plays a lot of it. But yeah, DT is just gonna head right back. Alright, looks like Gamma's gonna visit the bat as well. And then I would expect we'll head north back to or up to Skull Woods. So DT did make it back to Village of Outcasts here in Thieves Town now. Don't want to fixate too much on that death. It was a bit of a time loss, but yeah, you keep seeing so many close races in this tournament that every little error can really be meaningful. So something to just keep in the back of your head as we near the end later, and we're thinking about who's a minute in the lead, or that sort of thing. So yeah, Gam is heading up to Skull Woods. This isn't going to be the easiest Moth fight ever. Fighter Sword is pretty ineffective against Moth. We do have the Fire Rod, obviously, to get in the back. We do have the Hammer, which I'm sure Gamma is more than capable of using. But DT found that half magic that Gamma didn't, so yeah, Gamma's not going to be able to use too much of that Fire Rod.
Yeah, having the Fire Rod here is really kind of a double-edged sword because it's nice against the boss, but unfortunately you use most of your magic before you get the boss. So, yeah, it's just one of those things that you can't avoid. So,
yeah, I mean, look, if if I trust anyone to be able to do Hammer Moth,
oh yeah,
Gamma's on that list, but
yeah, they're not in this race just because they're good looking. I mean, they know how to play the game. So,
yeah. Yeah, Hammer Moth, one of the sites where you know, you can get a hit or two up front pretty easy, but if you whiff a couple times, suddenly those spikes start flying and can definitely get away from you. So we're about to see it on Gamma's side. All right, in we go. 4 hits with the hammer, since it does count as tempered sword damage. We already have 3. And 4. It's never that easy when I try to do it. I don't know why that is.
I missed it. What happened?
Yeah. That was really nicely done on Gamma's side.
Oh, yeah.
That looked very easy, but take it from me. It's not.
That is... no. Yeah, there's still 2 items here in Skullwood, so I don't think he checked. Did he check the item chest under the bridge there?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
Since we had the mirror, it was easy to get back to the front, so both items are going to be up front here. This isn't bad. We have our keys, so riding in the front is going to be a little bit easier. And with the mirror in hand and those boots checks left for Gamma, if he chooses, he's going to be able to just walk out the front after finding these 2 items and head over, see that there's an item on Lumberjack, check Bumper Ledge, and do those checks.
There's our first bottle, too.
Yep. Yeah, Gamma getting bullied a little bit by Boldorms again. Really have it out for him this seed.
One final check here in the pinball room.
It is a heart. honestly a welcome find at this point. Once you start seeing 8, 9 or so hearts, then you really start to feel comfortable, but until then you got to be kind of careful. Gamma's going to run down really quick and check Sick Kid here, I think. This is smart.
Yeah, there's not many chances you're going to be back at the start except to activate Flute, but if you're right here, you might as well check it.
It is the flippers.
Okay.
Once again, I'm wondering why he has those, but he did. So that's good. We know that the hookshot is on Waterfall Ferry, so for me, when I see the flippers, I start to think like, okay, what's locked behind those, if anything, and if I haven't done Zora yet at that point, I'm a little more inclined to do it, so could push Gamma towards that hookshot.
Hey, he's about to get his information that this will be an Agassi.
Yeah, this was some info that DT had over Gammachuu. That was a bit of an advantage for DT, so now they're even on info as Gamma sees that Canis Maria.
And also, there was an excellent fight on DT side for the boss. Just shows you what kind of brothers we're dealing with today, that they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy if you're a viewer doing comms to who's checking new stuff, and sometimes you miss those really nice boss fights. But yeah, you called it. Nicely done on DT's side. So as we see some boots checks and Graveyard Ledge, remember DT did check Bonk Rocks, but not King's Tomb. So these are going to be new checks on Gammachuu's side. Could choose to continue this route all the way to Catfish Mirror and do those Aura checks, which would work out really nicely for Gamma.
Always like to see Bobs and Graveyard Ledge. You have 4 right in front of you just to find 3 more in the back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like bombs in Back of Escape or something. It's like really.
Hey, King's Tomb, what do you got? Not too much.
Nope.
What?
So Gamma, what are you doing? All right, cool. Yeah, it's going to continue to Catfish, I think. This is really good for Gamma. Could pick up that hook shot and half magic, and this will put Swamp in logic.
Yeah, Swamp's fully clearable.
Yeah, luckily with Swamp now being full clearable, we can delay that awkward we have a bow, do I go to Pot Eastern choice for a little bit longer. Alright, DT luckily also remembered to dash down and turn that bottle in after Skullwood, so picking up his flippers as well.
Picks up an explosion just in case.
So with with this flippers, hookshot, hammer, DT is going to head to Swamp already. Gamma might follow him right after this. The question here is going to be whether there's something on Catfish, because DT sort of isolated it. Another heart.
Yeah, Okay, so DT will not be punished for that. So, but Gammachuu about to pick up his hook shot, and I believe probably join DT in Swamp Palace afterwards.
Yeah, if you're following Crystal Dungeons, it's full clearable. So you might as well. Yeah, Gamma is gonna head over, give $500 to Zora for nothing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe it was 20.
Terrible deal.
Early big key in Swamp.
Yeah, that's nice. Makes it possible that maybe you can get everything in one trip through here without doing left side if you're super lucky. So I always like to see that big key early. And yep, Gamma is right behind DT. So yeah, this is a close race here. DT checked Ice Rod Cave, which earned him that blue cane and took a death. But yeah, otherwise we're more or less converging in Swamp. Of course, Gamma checked King's Tomb and Catfish, which DT did not. Led to nothing.
We're still looking for that egg access. We find our first green 20 there in Swamp.
Yeah, we still need a lot of items. So we know where Kinesmart is, but yeah, to your point, Captain, yeah, we can't do egg yet. But on top of that, we need a couple medallions from Iron T-Rock. We need our Ice Rod as well. We need the flute.
Mitts.
I always forget Mitts. And we need another sword. So.
Yes. DT trying to set up that bomb diver down. So many enemies get in the way here. And did he get it? He got it.
I was able to wiggle his way into position there. So yeah, with this many items that we're still looking for, I think just doing left side in your first trip through makes sense. It's a little bit faster since you can dive her down. Let's see if Gamma does the same. Alright, when I go to left side swamp, it's usually 20 rupees and some arrows. Today it's the map. And one more item.
Not the compass. Okay. Might as well have been, but no.
Yeah. You don't want to see map and compass because then you're kicking yourself by saying like, man, if I just gone to the back, I would know I could have skipped this. But even with that being a heart piece, if you had skipped it in your first way through, you'd just be wondering when you finish, like, oh, is that one last item on left side something? So.
Yeah, Gammachuu opting to left side. Oh, there's our blue.
Yep. So we need that for Meyer. It's also our logical mountain access, since we don't have the lamp just yet. So yeah, Gamma pulled into the lead here in Swamp by a little bit. The question is whether he's going to head back to left side or not.
Alright, Fighter Sword Argus is not exactly fun, but it's not completely terrible.
Yeah, you can buffer those sword spins as you're pulling, hopefully, 2 puffs at a time. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Much like Hammer Moth, though, Gamma making it look pretty easy.
It's down, a couple fire rod shots. That's really the.
Yeah,
There we go.
Almost got the single cycle there. Alright, so there's that compass. So Gamma knows there's 1 item left on the left side. We know it's hot garbage, but Gamma does not, so we'll see. Yep, Gamma's leaving. So that's good for Gamma. Generally, if you skip left side swamp, you're just committing to not going back for it until the very end. So I doubt we'll see Gamma head back for that that hard piece. These are little time saves that really make a difference in the end, and races where you have two runners who are so good. Of course, Gamma is up a game here against DT, so Gamma can afford to maybe be a little bit more aggressive or skip things, not worrying about getting kicked out of the tournament with a loss here. All right, DT gonna go activate that flute. I imagine we'll see the same on Gamma's side.
And this has to be the Death Mountain play at this point.
There's not much else left to do.
I mean, they could do Pendant Eastern Pod too, but
Oh yeah,
who wants to do that?
I've blocked it out of my mind at this point because it's so annoying that they're both pendants. But yeah, good point with the hammer and the bow. Eastern could be logically completable, and without the lamp, pod is not. But you can check a lot of checks inside a pod logically. So, wouldn't surprise me if one of the many things we're looking for is over there. Could be our lamp.
Speaking of which, Gammachuu is gonna at least check Sahasrara here.
Alright. That's one of those checks that can really get away from you if you don't do it early. Next thing you know, it's 50 minutes in and you haven't been over here and you're just like, oh god, if my opponent found this 10 minutes into the seed and it's something important, that's going to kill me. Just some money, though. Alright, we did see the red boomerang on Spec Rock. But yeah, DT is heading up the mountain. Gamma doing the same.
First look at the tower right here, huh?
Yeah, just 2 items here. We do the hook shot so we can hair a pot and make it a little bit quicker. Just hoping there's not an item in the basement, of course. Alright, nice hook speed hair pot there on DT's side. Yeah, that was really clean. I usually do the bomb setup and have to pause buffer 30 times, so see it done that quick is pretty cool. Gammachuu's heading right, though. I imagine they'll both full clear the mountain, but they're just going to do it in a different order.
We did find Quake there and here, so we may need that later.
Yep. I haven't seen either of the medallions for TR or Meyer yet.
And we did find 2 items in Hero, so we do not need to do the basement today.
Thank God. I didn't want to see it. What am I supposed to talk about while they're just standing there, you know?
and the Moldorf is still giving Gammachuu problems here. I'm finding too much there in Spectacle Rock or Paradox game, unfortunately.
It's kind of surprising given how many items we're still looking for. You'd assume you'd find at least one of them in there, but I guess that's just because there's going to be like 4 progressive items in Pendant Pod, right?
Most likely.
Yep. Well, the Dead Rock's there getting in on the fun when it comes to bullying Gammachuu.
Hey, Mountain is pretty dry.
Yeah. Yeah, if we don't find anything here, which this is the last check we haven't seen, right? It's just 20 rupees. It's got to be that Pod Eastern play.
It was a green 20 for Gammachuu, but when DT picked up, it was heart containers. So Gammachuu is maxed out on heart containers.
Oh, good eye. Yeah. So those last 2 hearts are reserved for the Sankart and the partially filled heart that is constructed with heart pieces, I guess is how you would say that in a really roundabout way.
And a special shout out to Adirondack Red, who's with Party of 14. Rick, how you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, for those of you just joining us, either in Rick's raid or just tuning in, we have Kana Samaria on Lumberjack, but we don't have access to Ega just yet. And yeah, we're still looking for an ice rod, and still don't know what our medallions are to get into Triple Rock and Meyer.
We're still looking for those mitts, another sword.
And nets, which I keep forgetting.
That's why I'm here.
Thank you.
I can help. Yeah, Gammachuu getting that hair pie the first try. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. DT gonna save a little bit of time by comboing this fruitless Saha check in with this Pod Eastern dip. So yeah, another sword would get us into Aga Tower, but don't have the lamp yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of the runners just do it with Fire Rod. It's not too bad with the Fire Rod. And you are going to want that Kana Samaria for Ice Palace if that becomes something that we want to target. Alright, nice Moldong fight over on Gamma's side.
And to note, since Gammachuu did route the mountain this way, he is going to be able to hop down and check Spike Cave right away, too.
That is true, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty isolated for DT at this point, so if you're rooting for DT, you're hoping this is nothing.
I mean, there's got to be something on the mountain.
Yeah.
Besides the Quake.
That Quake was all we found. This was a book.
Okay.
That's really awkward for DT because one reason to head back up the mountain is because you find the book and you can check that tablet, but yeah, with the book in Spike Cave there, might be a bit before DT finds it. Of course, we might not need it for anything. It's totally possible.
There's the bits.
There's the bits, yeah. So we do need it. Yeah, we absolutely need that book. There's no other way into desert to get those mitts. So this is pretty bad for DT, gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Whew, man, it's looking like every item is going to be required in the seed somehow. So yeah, DT hoping to find something in Pod and Eastern here. No luck so far. And then we just have to hope he heads up the mountain for Spike Cave. Nice thing though is with mitts locked by that book, I don't know what DT finds in here that opens up a bunch more progression. I don't know that there's anything. I guess just egg access, but I think DT's going to get funneled back up the mountain. Yeah, if there's nothing in here, and DT does get funneled up the mountain to find that book and mitts, it just means that Gamma is finding progression outside of Pod and Eastern. It might be able to skip it entirely. At this point, man, finding Ice Rod in here would be really nice for DT because Gamma, is going to find mitts, open up other options. That's what you're hoping for if you're rooting for DT, I think. So Gamma smartly just going to chase those mitts checks. There's Master Sword and Pod.
Okay, now we have access. And Quake was needed from Meyer.
All right. So yeah, this is... Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just pointing out that we found 10 bombs and 10 arrows in my ship. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is interesting because as far as Gamma is concerned, egg access could just be in Meyer. But DT has that sword. So yeah, I'm curious what Gamma's going to do here. Like, do you do Dark Death Mountain? Do you do Smith Chain? Or do you head over to Pod Eastern where there's just so many checks? Right, DT working his way through more dark rooms in Pod here. Turtle room coming up ain't too bad with the fire rod in hand.
Looks like Gamma's opting for Dark Death Mountain here. Gonna find out that Turtle Rock information.
Yeah, even if there's nothing up here, that's really helpful info. But I like this play. I like following the last progressive item that you found. You're hoping that maybe you found it before your opponent did, and you can build up a bit of an advantage by pursuing mitts checks, in Gamma's case here.
Gamma showing us the incorrect doorway into the Super Buddy Cave, showing us that shop there.
Yeah. Alright, down goes Helma on DT's side. Just $20, man. All we found in here was that sword. So do you commit here and do Eastern? Yep.
Oh, and Turtle Rock is Bombos, which we do not have.
Okay. So finding that in Eastern could be nice for DT as well.
Oh, there's some. That is some bad place for that lamp in Hookjack Cave.
Yeah. Yeah, logically required for Aga, but with the Fire Rod, I don't think either of our runners would hold off on doing Aga until finding it. So it would be nice to have for Gamma, but it's not really a huge deal, I would say. Here's another important check coming up. Ooh, that's a
it's
sword.
a sword. Oh
Wow.
no. Well, I think they're gonna grab that one as soon as they find another sword. So,
Yeah, I mean, like the biggest time gain you get with Tempered over Master Sword is like in GT and on Ganon, right? So worst case, you put it off until you're doing GT. You can easily just mirror over there and grab it.
hey, Ice Palace, here we go.
Yeah, just following those mitts. So I imagine DT will do Aga before Ice. That could be an opportunity to make up a little bit of time. If DT does this with Canis Maria and Gamma, obviously does not. All right, there's our cape. So really, okay, that's really smart on Gamma's side. Gamma's just going to go do Aga right now and come back for Ice with that Canis Maria. Yeah, I like that play on Gamma's side. So I wouldn't be surprised to see DT do Aga just with the Fire Rod at this point, right after this.
Yeah, unfortunately, his Eastern play is not paying off for him here.
No. Hey, we haven't seen what's on Ped yet, right?
It could be the Ice Rod.
Yeah. Or Bombos.
Or Bombos.
Alright, here's Armos Knights over on DT's side. As Gamma works his way through Aga Tower. Just a classic 56-minute Aga in a standard race. Normal thing you usually see, right?
Like all the time.
Yeah.
So, DT finishing off green pendant Eastern, probably gonna head over to Sahashala, turn that green pendant in, and then where do you go from here?
Yeah, if this is nothing, I mean, no matter what, we're looking at Aga with your Fire Rod and Master Sword, or heading up to Spike Cave at this point. Single arrow on green pendant. Oh.
Well, it's a unique item, I guess.
Yeah. DT gonna slowly walk out of pod area here and maybe go up to Catfish at this point, which is pretty isolated.
Catfish and Pyramid and Mirror and Duaga.
Yeah, also didn't do oh, that's interesting. Yeah, he could check, just head over to Pyramid, Mirror and Duaga. That's smart. Yeah, also didn't do King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge, I believe. So could also opt to head north and hookshot across the river. Yeah, that was a really just unfortunate pod and Eastern dip for DT. Aside from that Master Sword, we found a whole lot of nothing. Alright, so here's Pyramid. Let's see if he mirrors up to Ega or not. Just a B. Yep, he's going to do just that. This is maybe the one time I've ever seen someone walk out of pod, and I think that's a good idea. Usually it feels so slow. So yeah, DT doesn't have the lamp. You have to rely on the fire rod here, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, DT more than skilled, not the. And Aga is not playing nice today.
Nope. Of course, we know we have to do Aga, and we know that Aga is seeded, so DT will have the same bad luck here that Gamma is currently experiencing. Yeah, this is a gross Aga fight.
Finally.
Yeah, chat says 7 blue balls.
Wow.
Ugh. Alright, Gamma, where are you going next? Oh, this is nice. So this is a nice route over to Lumberjack without having to mirror and save and quit to Sank and walk out. So yeah, Gamma's gonna go grab his Cane of Samaria on Lumberjack here, and then probably just head right back to Ice Palace, where there's 2 more items and a crystal.
If you can do that, you can go into fire.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, I don't know. Personally, I think with Cane of Samaria in hand, Ice just more or less feels the same to me, regardless of whether you're in go mode or not. Obviously, there's Ice Tea that sometimes you can skip if you're in go mode, but Meyer, on the other hand, in go mode, you can potentially get through very quickly. So I always try to put it off if there's another dungeon that's an option. We'll see what Gamma does, though. Yeah, it's gonna be Ice.
Just look for Bombos, Ice Rod, and hopefully another sword, which is there's one in pod that we know of. And there's a sword on the ether tablet, but we need a sword to get that sword. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really the one thing going for DT at this point, I would say, is DT has that Master Sword. And if there's if the 4th sword is just in GT or something, Gamma is going to have to go into pod to get that Master Sword. Of course, Gamma, in that case, won't full clear both pod and Eastern, but will have to go into pod if the 4th sword is inaccessible.
So yeah, I think after this, DT is going to have to go back up the Spike Cave. I don't think he has pretty... Well, he does have Graveyard Ledge and Keen's Tomb to do, but after that, he might have to go back up to Spike Cave, which has the book, which pretty much leads you to everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see... So DT is going to get tossed back to the pyramid after killing Aga here. It would make sense to walk over to the river, hookshot across, do the 2 mirror checks there, and then maybe check Catfish after that as well, before heading up to Spike. But we'll see. We know Spike is the answer. But yeah, Gamma showing off why he chose to leave and come back with Kane Samaria, is able to just route this much more neatly and quickly.
His third item.
Yep. So just the cape in the front, nothing else here. So after this, Gamma has to be thinking, well, Meyer. And then we haven't seen the Smith chain yet. Gamma making use of the fire rod, switching over to the hammer. And nicely done on Gamma's side. It's going to be crystal number 5 for Gammachuu. And DT did go over to Catfish, and he's going to walk all the way back, hookshot across here, check King's Tomb and Graveyard before realizing that it's Spike Cave. Is this going to be Meyer on Gamma's side? Yes. Yeah, it makes sense. Just follow your crystal dungeons. So Gamma, so far, is the story of the seed here. Gamma's just been able to avoid that absolute junk pot Eastern, aside from the Master Sword. Alright, in we go. No sword beams, a fighter sword, so we'll see Fire Rod Meyer 2 here. Really nicely done. Alright, DT gonna grab his Cane of Samaria and then probably do Ice Palace, but we'll see. Oh, I actually can't. We'll probably head up the mountain after that, sorry. Given that, that's got to be the last check left.
We have 0 items so far on Meyer. He's opting to go right to Vitreous.
Okay, this makes sense. If there's an item on Vidi, that's great. But if not, you know you'll be able to dip out after finding the second item in your second trip in here. So we'll just have to do Meyer 2 again over on Gamma's side by double dipping this, but we just saw how fast he did it the first time. No big deal. Does get that spooky glitch.
DT getting dead rocked.
Alright, so is this going to be Spike Cave on DT's side? It's got to be.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything else up here. He is going to be able to combo Dark Death Mountain up here while he's up here, though. So.
Well, he needs to. The mitts
Oh
are
yeah,
in.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. Mitts are down on Desert Ledge.
And just a masterclass of Ventrius with Fighter Sword there on Gammachoo's side.
Yeah, yep. That's how you do it. Wow.
There's still 2 items there in Meyer, and DT finally getting the book, realizing that desert, great.
Yep. So DT now has. Yeah, luckily you just have to come down to desert here. It's that or go check tablets, I guess. I think that's what DT is gonna do actually.
Yeah, he's gonna check the Bombos tablet here and combo that with desert.
We haven't seen this yet, right?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
And also, desert is our 3rd pendant. It'd be interesting to see if he does that for the pet play.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sometimes when you do 2 pendant dungeons and you feel like it didn't pay off, you just kind of have to hedge your bets. All right, what's it gonna be? Just $20.
DT about to feel bad here in a sec, and there they are.
Yep. I suspect you felt bad already. But yeah. And those mitts, and then I'll open up Ice, Mire, and Dark Death Mountain, and Smith Chain, which we haven't seen yet. So Gamma has already completed, has already gotten the crystal out of Meyer, still looking for his 2 items, but man, effectively has a 2 dungeon lead at this point. Unless, of course, there's something on pedestal.
You already got an Agate seed, you might as well have a pet seed to go with it. Still looking for something here in Meyer. Checking the big chest. We got Smoky. Okay, we're still looking. Light on. There's Bombos in Meyer, so we are on an ice rod hunt.
Yep. I would expect Gamma to just head right up to TR. Maybe after doing a few lingering overworld checks, like this tablet, for example. Yep, Pyramid Fairy as well.
Oh, that's true.
Alright, this makes sense, especially with the Ega being dead. This is even faster than it usually is, so yeah, not a bad play, especially with us still looking for a sword on top of the ice rod to do this before heading up to TR. Gamma showing off how you dash with the bomb there. Nicely done. And yeah, this is the nice I've done Aga turning the bomb route.
And there it is. A 1 hour 13 minutes. Gammachuu has entered go mode.
Wow, great call on Gamma's part. I would have considered just going right up to T-Rock at that point. So
Oh, well, actually, I misspoke. Gammachuu still needs a sword. I'm sorry.
still needs a sword, yeah. And the sword is... There's a bit of intrigue with this sword. Given that we know where one of them is, up on Ether Tablet. And you can't get it without Master Sword. So unless we find a sword in GT or here in T-Rock, Gammachoo's gonna have to go find it. Go find one in Pod.
Yeah, this could be DT's saving grace here, finding that sword in Pod.
It'd be really interesting. Yeah, Vortex pointing out in chat. It'll be interesting if Gamma finds one in GT. I think if you find it in GT basement, you just dip out of GT mirror and go grab your tempered sword. But if you find it on the climb, it'll be interesting to see whether Gamma dips out or not. Yeah, heading to T-Rock. This makes perfect sense. Just hope you find your sword here and close the seat out.
Yeah, unfortunately for TR, Go mode TR is a lot like regular clearing TR. You pretty much have to do everything else anyway, so.
Yeah, I think given that you know where one of the swords is, like, you don't feel like there's a 2 in 4 possibility that you're just going to find a sword in GT. Like, the likelihood that you're going to find a sword in GT with one of them being on that Ether tablet is a little lower, so might make you more inclined to just hard, full clear T-Rock here. Yeah, we'll see. Might skip Lava Chest. I don't know. About to find out. Alright, there's that big key. In this scenario, you're almost hoping that the big key's in Lava Chest just to force yourself to not have to make a decision on whether to skip it or not. But we did find that big key, so in we go. And DT's heading over to Meyer. So DT's going to find that Bombos medallion in here, as well as his 6th crystal.
Oh,
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Well, that's about as good as you could ask for if you're Gammachuu. So he'll be able to go mode the rest of T-Rock here, and before heading into TR, just mirror, go grab his tempered sword, and close the seat out.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate there for DT having to spend all that time in Pod and Eastern just to find you could have had another sword in Turtle Rock.
Yep. But yeah, just a few, yeah, aside from skipping Pod and Eastern, a few other smart little choices Gamma made throughout the seed here. Like I was saying, just it would have been real easy to skip Pyramid Fairy, knowing you're down to just the Ice Rod. So Gamma not having to double dip T-Rock by remembering to check Pyramid Fairy, and man, leaving Ice Palace with that cape to come back and work his way through Ice Palace a little bit quicker. Just, yeah, nice plays all around on Gamma's side. But, of course, like, man, with Pod and Eastern both fully clearable, as far as DT was concerned, that was a completely legit play on his part. Just didn't pan out this time. Yeah, this is how rando goes. Sometimes you just can't choose right. It feels like throughout a seed, and you might lose by a pretty big margin, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're 20 minutes worse than your opponent. It's just sometimes you read the seed right, and sometimes you don't.
It's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Alright, Gamma already all the way to the back of TR as DT begins his vitreous fight. Alright, nicely done on DT's side. Use that cape and the bow. Take down Vidi. Gamma making use of the hammer here for Trinex. Really clean hammer Trinex, that was nice. Alright, down goes Trinex. That's crystal number 7 for Gammachuu at 119.39.
I see people starting already. We don't have a bot for this, but if you'd like to get your guesses in chat, feel free to do so now. There are 22 locations where that GT Big Key could be. If you guess correctly, you can brag to your friends, say, hey, I did it.
Yep. Call up your friends in real life, say, I guessed the correct location of the GT Big Key. They'll say, I don't know what you're talking about. But, hey, you'll have the admiration of all of your real friends here in chat and on the stream, right? That's what matters. That's what really matters.
Yeah. Real life friends.
Yeah. Gamma doesn't forget to grab this sword. Nope.
Oh. Yeah, that's just gonna make the GT climb so much easier.
And that could not have worked out better for Gamma.
GT finding the lamp there in Hookshot Cave. We got chest 1, 20 rupees. Chest 2, bombs. We're going left.
Yeah, I completely missed this, but DT did miss Bombos and Meyer, it looks like.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Like, totally reasonable. You feel super, super behind at this point, and, there's a whole mountain and Smith chain to check. You gotta start cutting corners somewhere when you feel this behind. But, yeah, that's just more unfortunate luck on DT's side.
It was our piece. 6 single rupee. 7 smoky.
Alright, Gamma not doing the old combat avoidance strategy with the mirror there, so just gonna continue on the left here.
Chest 7, 20 rupees. Looks like we're going full right today, or full left.
Yep.
Nine, smoky. DT trying to clear out some of the overworld. Hope he does have to go back in the mire, but I think he's going to at this point. 10 bombs. Small key, piece of heart. And number 13's got the big key today. He gets 13. Congratulations.
I think DT is just fully hedging on pedestal at this point, which makes absolute sense if you're DT, 100%. Yeah, Gamma's gonna begin his ascent of the tower here. Nice mimics. And nice mimics.
It makes it look so easy. It's really not that easy.
Well, the nice thing is they do the same thing every time, but yeah, there's a bit of a technique to it for sure. So into the gauntlet goes Gammachuu. As DT takes down Landmos. Almost saw a stereo Landmo 2, Landmo 1 fight. Just missed it. Yeah, just some people shout us out. Shout out the runners in chat. Click on those links. Give them a follow. They're very good at this game and very entertaining. And thanks as well to Iceman tracking today. It's a group effort all around.
Yeah, between the runners here, the tracker, the restreamer, and it doesn't always go so smoothly as it looks. It takes a whole team of people to make it. But get your pedestal hype in chat right now as DT is going to check the pedestal here. Blind pull it.
Oh, I love that he's blind pulling it. He has the book. He's blind pulling it. It is $50. So if DT didn't feel like it was RIP already, that was really the play that could have saved it for him, as far as he was concerned.
Yeah.
Alright, gonna go grab his ice rod. Or pyramid fairy, but still hasn't found that Bombos medallion, which we know is in Mire, unfortunately. Yeah, Gamma almost to the top of GT already. Gamma skipping validation chests like a true gamer. And here comes Ega 2. Get your cycle predictions in chat. Well, it's not going to be 2. Oof.
That was ugly battered. Okay. 3 hits. Up to 4. Okay, that's a little bit more friendly. There we go.
Alright. That was a 5 cycle Gamma 2 for Gammachuu. Ega 2. There we go. Words. I think to me that's the most stressful part of getting restreamed is chat calling out Wow, it took them five cycles to kill Gammachuu. So stressful. Hey, it's Ganon.
Yeah, DT's gonna check the Swift chain.
Yeah, makes absolute sense if you're DT. You're just... Well, you're gonna last location, the Bombos Medallion and Mire, of course, but... man, blink and you'll miss it. Phases 1 and 2 and Ganon there.
Yeah, it's beautiful 1-on-1.
Yeah, really nice.
It is down to 3 hearts, but I think he has the potion.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, just stutter stepped that fire bat.
Doesn't matter that he's so close to the edge. He's just like, nope.
Listen, you nerds like talking about swag in this game, whether it's the bug net or whatever. How's your swag in this game? That might have been one of the swaggier things I've seen in this game.
Oh yeah, by far. Oop. A little early with that spin. Not a problem.
Nerds was affectionate, by the way. I love you all in chat. Down goes Ganon.
That's gonna do it. Pending the bridge. Crossing this bridge here. And there it is. Get those GGs. A chance for Gammachuu, who is moving on. Finished with an official race time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, 16 seconds. Great race. GG.
Yeah, GG to Gamma. And I believe DT is going to call it as well, understandably, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gammachuu, who, again, is the only runner in this tournament to not have taken a loss yet at all, is going to move on in the group stage here. We'll take on the winner of Salty Fry and Lin. So whichever way that goes, that'll be a banger.
Either way.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, story of the seed here is just DT bid on Pod Eastern, Gamma didn't. Just snowballed. Just absolutely snowballed.
And we are joined by the winner of the race, Gammachuu. GG to you.
Hey, thanks. GG's.
Oh, that was the seed, wasn't it?
Yeah. Early boost was nice. An early mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, man, whether it was mini Moldorm Cave or up on the mountain, just bullied by Moldorms over and over, Gamma. I thought you were good at this.
Oh, yeah, gosh. Hammer Moldorms is not the easiest things. I'm going in there thinking, well, I got no magic. I got 3 hearts. Hammer, cool. And yeah, just immediately death.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, really, really awesome play all around. Some low percentage bosses you took down, like Hammer Moth and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun to watch. So obviously you were able to skip Pod and Eastern DT bit on Pod and Eastern. What were you thinking when you saw those 2 dungeons in the early bow? Were you tempted to head over there?
Oh gosh, that sucks. I look at the early light world. Okay, Eastern's a pendant. Then I go in Hype Cave, get my bow, see the map. Okay, well, Pod's a pendant. Cool, I got this bow and 2 pendant bow dungeons. They were not on my radar because I still had Thieves' Town and Skullwoods, both crystals. I'm like, I'll just focus on crystals from now and just go with that. Yeah, it's just gross. When you get an early bow like that, it's just it is. Yeah, it's just gross.
Yeah, you were pretty even up until you were both up on the mountain the first time, and you just routed it differently. DT started with Hera, and then worked his way over to the east, and you did it in the opposite direction, and that let you end with Spike Cave. So it's just like those little decisions that end up snowballing and really determining the race, because not finding that book there is what ended up sending DT over to Pod and Eastern.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That early, the way I normally route it, if I have both mirror and hook shot, I'm probably gonna do East Desmond first. If I get nothing, then I'll do Hera and combo it in with Spike Cave. Because I like to avoid Hera in case there's an item in the basement. I might just gamble. Oh, it's probably garbage. And just, at that point, I'm down to a few checks and then the bow dungeons. So I like to combo it in that way.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, really paid off this time. I guess the other pretty big play was I could have justified just going right up to T-Rock when you were down to the Ice Rod and a sword, but you took the time to check Pyramid Ferry before heading up.
Oh, yes.
Did you think about just going up, or was that, do you like to clear out?
No, normally, and when you're in TR mode, looking for Ice Rod, you go for it. I would have gone for it if I hadn't had done Aga. So if I go in there and I don't find it, I lose my portal. There's no getting it back. So that was the only thing I was gonna do. I wasn't gonna do anything else.
Yeah, you looked like a genius. And
then finding that sword in Turok too really helped you out too, because you knew about the sword on Ether tablet.
I'm feeling so bad because I wanted to do Aga before I even went up to Dark Death Mountain. I wanted to have Kane on hand, and I see there's a sword on the tablet. I'm like, oh great, now there's 2 swords left in the pool. That feels pretty bad. And then I'm thinking at that point, oh, do I do pod or just go straight to ice, even though I know Kane is just sitting there?
Well, if you went to pod, you would have found the sword there. So DT found one there.
Oh my gosh, there was another sword there.
Yeah.
Okay, that would have been very terrible if the sword was, say, in big chest of TR or Mimic Cave, or lava chest, because those were the checks I was gonna skip and just gamble GT mode at that point.
Yeah, well, finding that cape at Ice Palace really saved you, I think. So.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I found them, I'm like, okay, well, I'll come back here with Samaria and just finish it off that way.
Yeah, that was really, that was a good heads up play, just leaving immediately. But yeah, the sword was, whether or not you were going to find a sword that was not that pod sword was the last bit of intrigue we had in the seed. Since, DT was just able to do Aga without finding that cape in the dark, no problem. So yeah, we were just wondering if you were going to find that or not, and luckily it was just front and center in T-Rock.
Yeah, I'm happy with that bailout. Otherwise, I don't know. I would have been in trouble there.
Yeah. So you still haven't lost. You're moving on. You're going to take on Salty Friar Lin. What are you thinking?
Gosh, I mean, it's only getting tougher and tougher as you get deeper into the tournament, right? And neither of those names are, people I want to be racing against, because they're just way too tough. I just, hope I, just do my best, and hopefully it pays off when I'm going off against them. Yeah,
it's gonna be a banger no matter what happens. I think Drossi was saying that match between the two of them is coming up. Should actually pull the schedule up really quick.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But yeah, any closing thoughts before we start to close us out and talk through the schedule, Gamma?
No, well, yeah, just GG's again to DT. It was definitely fun to be racing against them, and thanks to trackers and you commentators, Captain and A Sharp. No, Chet. I'm sorry.
Sound good.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for showing us how it's done, Gamma. GG's to you. Yeah, and GG's to DT as well. Like we were saying when we were calling it. Sometimes you just make a decision here or there, and it snowballs into more wrong decisions. DT is a very, very good runner at this game, and you know, you hate to see races like this, but give him a follow. He's very good. I promise you. But yeah, we got more rando coming up. Yeah, like we were saying, Linland and Salty Fry on SG4 is coming up at 6:10 in just a few minutes.
About 20 minutes.
Yep, 20 minutes. But also 9:10 tonight on SG2, we got the Boulder and Allison. And 9:10 as well on SG4, we got GFE and Bwayne. So tune in for those. We got a lot of good rando. Yeah, like Gamma said, there's just big names left at this point. Those are all going to be good races. So don't leave your computer. You're not allowed to leave your computer.
Yeah, sounds good. Hey, I think we're about done here. Then, any last words?
No, thanks for joining me today, Captain. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, hope we get to do it again.
Hope so. Yep. So for my co-com HR, but Chap, I did too, and for Jack and Iceman and our restreamers here at SpeedGaming Family Networks, have a good day, and we'll see you next mission.
Thanks all.